In this video, we are going to discuss about problems on control systems. I am Dr. Vinod. We will discuss the first problem. This is a question and this is options they are given. So on this question, we can apply a mesh loop, right? So first, I'm going to take the first mesh loop at left hand side. So I can write V is equal to I1 into 1 plus 2 is an inductor, right? So V is equal to L di by dt. So 2 into d of I1 minus I2, right? I1 minus I2 divided by dt. Why? Because we know that V is equal to L di by dt, and the current flowing through the inductance is nothing but I1 minus I2 according to the Kirchhoff's current law. So incoming current is equal to outgoing current. So I1 is equal to I2 plus I1 minus I2. Okay, next we are going to apply the mesh loop for the second loop. So I2 into 2 plus 1 by c integral of I dt. So okay, so here the c is 1 and integral of I2. So current flowing through the capacitance I2 dt plus 2 into, right, 2 into d of I2 minus I1, because it is in the opposite direction, right? D2 minus d1 divided by dt, that is equal to 0. So the above equation I can take the Laplace transform. So V is equal to I1 plus 2 into S I1 minus I2, right? If I apply it for the second loop, so this I can substitute I1 into 1 plus 2S minus 2S I2. This here become B. So next one, 2 into I2 plus I2 divided by S plus 2 into S I2 minus I1, that's equal to 0. So if I take I2 common, 2 plus 1 by S plus 2S minus of 2S into I1, that is equal to 0. So you can check this option, right, whether it is A or B. So what I am going to do is I have to bring this I1 to the right hand side. Okay, if I bring the I1 to the right hand side, I will get I2 into 2S plus 1 plus 2S square divided by S is equal to 2S into I1. So I2 is equal to 2S divided by 2S square plus 2S plus 1 into I1. So you can see here the A is option is correct, right? 2S square divided by 2S square plus 2S plus 1 into I1. This is your answer, right? So next in order to find the V1, okay, so you substitute in this above equation. So you get V plus I2 into 2S equal to I1 into 1 plus 2S. So I1 is equal to V divided by 1 plus 2S plus 2S divided by 1 plus 2S into I2. Okay, so you can see I1 is equal to V into 1 divided by 1 plus 2S, and from I2 I am having 2S divided by 2S plus 1. So A is your answer. So the next question is they need to find a value of x. Okay, they're asked to find the value of s. So these are the figure A and figure B. From the figure B, I can write CS divided by RS is equal to. So from the figure A, I can write that is equal to S plus 2 divided by S plus 1. Okay, from the figure B, I can write this is equal to X divided by uh, X divided by S plus 1 minus 1, because this is not forming any loop, right? So I'm going to add this part and this one. So I'll get S plus 2 divided by S plus 1 is equal to X minus S minus 1 divided by S plus 1. So you'll get X is equal to 2S plus 3 is your answer. So now let me go for the third question. For a unit feedback system, if the input is unit step and the output response is observed as C of t is equal to 1 plus 0.504 e power minus 3.07 t minus 1.504 into e power minus 2.18 t. So here e power minus 3.07 t is a exponentially decaying function. E power minus is a exponentially decaying function. So if you see, the undamped system should not have any exponential decaying signal. So therefore, undamped signal is not your answer. And here I am not having any sine and cos term. Therefore, it is not a underdamped system. So in order to have the overdamped system, the system must have a exponentially decaying signal and two negative poles. Okay, so if I take the Laplace transform of e power minus 3.07 t, you will get 1 divided by s plus 3.07. So s is equal to minus 3.07. It is a negative pole, right? So you have two negative pole. Therefore, the system is an overdamped system. So the next question, consider the system shown below. Determine the value of K such that the damping ratio is 0.5. Then obtain the settling time T is 2% criteria is in the unit step response. So if I solve the inner loop, so you'll get 16 divided by S plus 0.8 divided by 1 plus K into 16 divided by S plus 0.8. So if you solve, you will get 16 divided by S plus 0.8 plus K into 16. Okay, so this is your inner loop that has to be multiplied with 1 by S. Okay, so I'm going to multiply it with 1 by S. So again I'm going to take the this negative loop. So we will get so first I multiply this one. So 16 divided by S square plus S into 0.8 plus K into 16. Now I'm going to solve this negative loop. So you will get this as 16 divided by S square plus S into 0.8 plus K into 16 plus 16. Okay. On solving the inner loop, you will get the first equation, and on solving the outer loop, you will get this equation. Okay, so they are asked to find the value of K. So this is equal to CS divided by RS. So you will get 2 into epsilon S omega n is equal to S into 0.8 plus K into 16. So SS get cancelled out, and damping ratio is 0.5. So 2 and 0.5 get cancelled out. So and omega n square is equal to 16. So this is value. So omega n value is 4. So again you substitute here. So 4 is equal to 0.8 plus K into 16. So that is 3.2 divide by 16 is equal to K. So you will get K is equal to 0.2. So this is your answer for the K. Next, in order to find the settling time, the formula is T of S is equal to 4 divided by epsilon omega n. So 4 divided by 0.5 into 4. So 1 divided by 0.5 is 2. So this is your answer for settling time. So next problem, assume R of t is equal to 0.1 t and it is desired that E of S is less than or equal to 0.005. Complete the range of the value of k for the error to be within the specific limit for the given system with unity feedback is G of S is equal to k divided by S into S plus 1. The option is they are given a task like this. So we have to take H of S is equal to 1. So since it is RAM system, you have to take KV. KV formula is KV is equal to limit S tends to 0 S into G of S. So that is equal to limit S tends to 0 S into G of S. They are given K divided by S into S plus 1. So S get cancelled out. And if you substitute S is equal to 0 in this equation, you will get KV is equal to K. We know that E of S is equal to A divided by KV. So from the R of t is equal to 0.1 t, since it is a RAM function, amplitude value is 0.1. So you substitute in the A value and KV is equal to K. So you will get E of S is equal to 0.1 divided by K. And they have given E of S as the value should be less than or equal to 0.005. So 0.1 divided by 0.005 is less than or equal to K. So on solving, you will get 1 divided by 0.05 should be less than or equal to K. So this is nothing but if I multiply 100 and 100 on both sides, I will get 100 divided by 5, that is 20. So 20 must be less than or equal to K is your answer. So option A is the correct answer. So the next problem, they are asked to find the transfer function C divided by R2 for the given block diagram, which is shown above. So they are asked to find R2, so you have to take R1. You should not take R1. So if I convert this block diagram into signal flow graph, the graph will look like this. Okay, from R2 it should be connected to G3 and C, and the feedback I have H1, that is minus H1, right? From R2 it is connected to that summation block, right? And it is connected to H1, right? So it has to be minus H1. At the summation block you have G1 and G2. This is connected like this. So from if I found the forward path, it is nothing but G3 from R2 to C. It is G3, and if you find the loop value is it is G3 and the minus H1. So if you multiply, you will get minus G3 into H1. So you substitute 1 minus of G3 into H1, and you don't have any other loop, and you don't have any non-touching loop and all. So the T of S value is equal to G3 divided by 1 plus G3 into H1 is your answer. So the next problem is a unity feedback control system has a forward path transfer function which is equal to 42.25 divided by S square divide into S plus 6.5. So the unity step response of the system starting from the test will have its maximum value at a time which is equal to, these are the options. Okay, so first I'm going to write G of S value, and after that we know that it is unity step response. So R of S value is equal to 1 divided by S, right? So if I take partial fraction for this one, I can write it as A divided by S plus B divided by S square plus C divided by S plus 6.5. So usually you see 1 divided by S square represent you have a 2 integrated function. If I have a 2 integrated function, it is it's not bounded. It is unbounded system, therefore you don't have any maximum at the finite time, so you will get only maximum value at the infinite time only. So let us now discuss this one. So I'm going to take the LCM for this one. So if we take LCM for this one, I will obtain this equation, and I'm going to equate the S square term and S term and constant term. So if I equate like that, I will get 6.5 into A plus B is equal to 0 and A plus C is equal to 0. So and B into 6.5 is equal to 42.25. So B value is 6.5. So if we substitute in this equation, I will get A is equal to -1 and C is equal to 1, and I'm going to substitute in the above equation of C of S. So you will get -1 divided by S plus 6.5 divided by S square plus 1 divided by S plus 6.5. So if I take the inverse Laplace transform for this one, I'll get the C of t, right? So this is what I have told you. Since I have two integrated function, this means the system never attain its maximum at finite duration of time. So if I take the inverse Laplace transform, so E of t is equal to -1 plus 6.5t plus e power minus 6.5t. So if I equate this to limit also, so if I take to find the maximum value, I'm going to differentiate the C of t is equal to 0. So you will get 6.5 in minus 6.5 e power minus 6.5t is equal to 0. So minus 6.5 is equal to minus 6.5 into e power minus 6.5t. So the e power minus 6.5t is equal to 0. So equal to 1. So t must be equal to 0. So t is equal to 0 means it is a starting point, so it is simultaneously increasing. So it will be at t is equal to infinity, you will get the maximum value. Okay. So why? Because if I for C of t, if I take t, limit t is equal to infinity, you can see e power minus 6.5 the infinity goes to 0. And 6.5t is nothing but infinity, right? So at infinity only, you will get the maximum value.